could obviously film on an angle. I realize that now. Sorry. Anyways, telescopes, there is no predictable pattern or formula that we can use to determine what our zoom is actually demonstrating to us as far as distances go, because we have no way to prove it nor cross-examine it. Now, as far as what I said about the pagan Christians making their stupid crap, atheists are actually way worse. They're incredibly worse. But now everyone knows what I'm talking about. So, for one, the constellations in the sky don't correspond to the map of the solar system that you're educated on and that you're told. It's the entire solar system is like this diluted, broken down version of reality, the same way that the table of elements is diluted and broken down before it's given over to you in school, and then they slowly give you a little bit more as you pay lots of money and go through lots of years through college, and then you're like trapped in your job and you just need to glorify the system or you lose your job. And that's our solar system too. What would make a lot more sense is that if we actually had a small sun, and when the light came out of the planet, when Helios came out of Gaia and Uranus, it didn't go very far, and it's right there, because that model of our solar system actually makes sense for how we have a full moon during the day. Now, yeah, of course, it's really easy to explain why we can have a crescent moon at night, and even though the sun is presumably behind us, we're looking at the back of the moon. And that sounds absurd. How can you be looking at the back of the moon during the night if the sun's behind you? It's a really easy answer to explain, but you know, it's really fun to ask. I don't know if I just pause it. I gotta restart the whole video. You know what? I'm just gonna pause it and start from where I'm at. So what we have is a bunch of people that aren't taking anything into their own responsibility or onto their own shoulders to determine whether or not it's true, and they take everything for granted. And then so we have this fascist system that we have to pay our taxes to, which is providing, through slavery, people stuff that they can acquire on the market relatively cheap because they're overpaid, and the way that they're getting all that stuff is incredibly unsustainable and super taxing on the environment. So these people are like, yeah, we just go with it because we like it. And they're all just a bunch of globalists, because they take all the fuel from somewhere else, they take all the resources from somewhere else, they take all the manpower from somewhere else, and they just consume it. Well, we, surrounded by this Cold War, because we're in quarantine and they're all a bunch of violently aggressive shits, we're in our flat world, and they're in their globalist world. They're a bunch of Archon lizard shithead aliens that come and fucking destroy everything. Fact of the matter is, the only way you can explain your moon motions, given the full moon during the night, is if you actually had a small sun. And you take the constellations into account, their solar system model doesn't work. But you know what? When you have a half moon, or you have a crescent moon, or you have a moon and the sun in the sky at the same time, the halfway point, or whatever the mark is on the moon, it's not even perpendicular to the fucking sun. You fucking retards.